Jeremy Lin to the point.
So, Jeremy, I have to ask you the question that I think is on the minds of every New Yorker, in this city as this story has just gotten bigger and bigger, and that is, who has the more comfortable couch, Landry Fields or your brother Josh?
Definitely my brother. Landry's, I was kind of sleeping in the fetal position. I didn't exactly fit, but definitely my brother.
How much fun has this been for you? I mean, you go from obscurity. I mean, we've heard the story now for the last 13 days, the last 2 weeks. What's it been like for you, and how much fun is it for you?
I think the biggest thing is how fun it's been, because last year was really tough, and I think me talking about it doesn't do it justice, but it was just really tough being on pins and needles the whole season, not knowing if they're going to keep me, if they're going to send me to D-League, what their plans were for the next year, and I think I had so much pressure on myself and pressure from everybody else with the media that I had lost my passion for the game, and I lost, the joy of the game, and now it's all flooding back. Playing on this team, playing the way we're playing, winning games, and playing as a team. You
won a state championship at Palo Alto High in California. You weren't recruited out of high school. You sent out tapes of yourself to a bunch of schools that really didn't respond to you. At Harvard, you lead the Crimson to more success than they had had at that point in about a quarter century. It had been 25 years. Yet you still didn't really garner a lot of attention. Undrafted, of course, as the story goes now. You don't strike us as someone who's got a chip on your shoulder, but deep down, how much motivation did you draw from people overlooking you, again, at every step of the way, all these so-called basketball experts?
Obviously, I think it hurts. I would say I don't play to prove people wrong, but I would also say I remember every little thing that happens. And so, I know where I want to go with my career. I know I have a vision for what I want to do with this platform, and that's what really drives me and motivates me. But obviously, at times, getting overlooked would be frustrating.
Do you see yourself as the ultimate underdog?
I can't sit here and say I've done everything right, and that's why I'm here. I really honestly can't say that. I've made a lot of mistakes, and at the same time, I've had to improve a lot and work on a lot of different things. But I think God has used me and worked through me in a lot of different situations, even with my own fears, even with my own flaws. And He's used me in an underdog role, and now and elevating me to being able to play in the NBA. And that's just something where I need to give credit where credit is due. And I think, in this situation, the glory does go to God, and I can't say enough about that.
Where did the faith come from? Was it just the upbringing with your parents in your house? And you mentioned before, there were moments where you really doubted the last couple of years that this would actually happen. How much did your faith kind of pull you through?
Definitely. I think there's times when I thought of quitting, times when I thought of just hanging it up and doing something else, or taking a break from basketball altogether. I had a lot of ups and downs, but the downs were really down. And it was my faith that was just the promises, God's promises of trusting in Him and His perfect plan and His sovereignty that really got me through the tough situations, and my family supporting me. And now looking back, I can see a little bit of why everything happened the way it did, and I'm thankful for that.
I want to ask you about your father, Ji Ming. He moved to the States from Taiwan in 1977, and he said he wanted to do two things: get his PhD in computer engineering and also to watch NBA basketball. You've talked about what a hoops junkie he was, and he basically taught himself the game, as the story goes. What's it been like to have the success and to have your father, of course, and your mom watching close by with all the hard work and the sacrifices that he made?
Well, I guess there's a little bit of a misconception is that he didn't necessarily try to teach us or drill us because he never had coaching himself. But the one thing that he always did was he would take us to play, and so we would always play. And then we ran into coaches that really developed us and taught us the fundamentals. And when we ended up playing with my dad, we would play every day, and he wasn't trying to necessarily teach us and make us into basketball stars. He just wanted to spend time with his kids and have fun, because we all love the game. And I think that's what I remember so much about my childhood, is just spending time with my brothers and my dad, and having those family moments where we're all just playing hoop.
What's his reaction been like the last couple of weeks?
He's just super excited, and same with my mom, just because I think they see a different joy in me on the court that they didn't see last year.
Obviously, a huge shout out to all the fans. Thank you for the energy as always. We love playing here.
Obviously, as parents, when you see your kids happy, it makes you happy, and so you know, I love them to death, and they love me, and so I'm just thankful that we're all able to go on this path and journey together and be happy and experience this.
When we return, the wider impact of Linsanity.
Do you feel like you're a trailblazer?
On Jeremy Lin, To the Point.